Okay, moms and dads, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, what did we do in class today? Know what we did in class today, Mr.
Well, I'm Mr. Goff, 6th grade math from Ralph Chandler Middle
School.
School.
Mr. Esposito, 6th grade science, Ralph Chandler Middle School. Moms and dads, what did we do today? Levers.
Levers. Levers.
Science,
levers.
We did first class levers, moms and dads. We did second class levers, and we did third class levers. When they go home today, we worked on this in class today. It's also on my website. First class lever would be this. That means the input force is here. You push down here, the output force goes up on this side. This would be like what? A seesaw.
Yeah.
A second class lever like this would be something like what? A wheelbarrow. We're pushing here. That means that's the effort. That's where you're putting the force. This is the input force. We're pulling up here, and the load here, that's where you have the rocks in the wheelbarrow.
Okay,
That would be the output force, and that would be the fulcrum. All the red is the fulcrum. The third class is very similar to a second class, but what do you notice that's different, Mr. Goff?
Looks like you're pushing up here.
That's right.
To get some, yeah, what's going on?
That's right. It's the same exact thing, except instead of the effort force being on the end, and the output force being in the middle, now the effort force is in the middle, and the output force is at the end.
Is there an example of this?
Yes, there is an example. I'm going to give you guys an example right here. If you look at this, here's an example, somebody in my classroom just hiding me in there. Okay? Here's a scale. There you go. That's a scale there.
Oh,
if you put a lot of weight on one side of the scale, that other side of the scale is going to go up. So this would be the input force. That would be the output force.
Okay.
This would be like a wheelbarrow, moms and dads. Why is it going to be like a wheelbarrow? Because the fulcrum is going to be a wheel. The effort force, the input, is going to be the handles.
Yeah.
The output is going to be the stuff that's inside of the wheelbarrow.
Yeah.
And now, this is a really difficult one, okay? Do you see that one? Can you explain that one to me? The baseball
Looks like
and the bat.
Pushing.
That's right.
Here, and the bat is hitting the baseball.
That's right, exactly. So your input, so now the input force, the fulcrum is going to be, depending on how you swing, because each of my students was giving me examples, and they all swing different. But let's say you're swinging like this. They all swing. If you're swinging like this, the fulcrum is going to be here. Right? Right?
Yeah.
Or if you're swinging like this, the fulcrum is going to be here. So it all depends on what, the example you're. And some students will actually turn their body.
Would a golf swing be the same? Fulcrum maybe be here? Or?
Yeah, the fulcrum would all depend on how you swing. So the fulcrum here is the pivoting point. The input force would be right above where you're holding it, right above it. Boom. That's going to be the input force, and the output force is going to be all the way on the other end where it's going to whack the ball and it's going to go flying. So the first, second, and third class levers. Take it away. Tell them what you did today, Mr. Goff.
Today we were solving addition equations in Math 6, okay? So I've put together a little thing here that you guys can look at. Example of solving equations, or addition equations, okay? So, let's look at this. An equation, of course, has an equal sign. So we've got our 8 equals x plus 3. Now I know that you all can look at this and go, well, I know what I have to add to 3 to get 8. I just put 5 in here. X is 5, Mr. Goff. I don't want to do any work. I just want to give you the answer. Well, that's not really giving me what I want. We need to show how we do the work, okay? So what you're going to do is you're going to draw a line right down through that equal sign, okay? And this is a lot like your number 1 here. The levers. Number 1. See this? If you push down on one side, it's going to go up on the other. We don't want it to go up on the other side, okay? We want it to be equal. So if I take 3 away from here, you see what I'm doing? I'm getting x by itself. X plus 3, what is the opposite of adding 3? Well, subtracting 3. And that's what you want to do. You want to get rid of the number that's with the x. And that's using your addition equation here. But the problem is, if I take that away, that's going to be lighter. There's going to be not much over here. So the 8's going to be weighing down. Okay? This would be right here, the fulcrum.
Okay. Oh, yeah, the fulcrum.
Yeah. So what we want to do is we want to do the same thing to this side. What did I do over here, Mr. Esposito?
You subtracted 3.
That's right. So I've got to do that over here. Minus 3. Now, draw a line under here. 3 minus 3 is going to give me nothing, so those cancel out. I just have my x left over. And over here, 8 minus 3 is 5. And you already knew the answer was 5, but now you've shown me how you do it.
Ooh. Huh? Now, is that algebra? Beginning?
Well, yeah, I guess you'd call that. A little bit of pre-algebra
kind of stuff. Get it going.
Using your x.
X. What's that x? What is it? X is called a... Is that called a variable?
It is, well, you can call it a variable, but you can also call it something else.
X, you can call it cabbage. You can call it anything.
Yeah, you can call it whatever you want.
Anything it is.
All right, so let's
and you'll understand what we mean in a couple of weeks by it can be cabbage.
That's right. You're going to get that. Now, let's look at this one over here. This is a little bit more difficult because you're saying 7 plus something equals 4. Well, how can I add something to 7 to get 4? 4 is less than 7. Well, let's just use our little equation, okay? We're going to put our line down through here.
Down there.
Yeah. Now, what are we going to take away here? Are we going to subtract anything here, Mr. Esposito?
I think we're going to have to do something with the 7.
That's right. We're going to have to get rid of the 7.
We have to get rid of the 7.
Because the 7's with the x, we want to get rid of we want to get rid of whatever's with the x. So let's subtract 7. And if we do it over here, what else?
Whatever you have to do here, you have to do here to make it even.
That's right. We got to subtract 7 over here.
Right.
So 7 minus 7 is nothing. That cancels. We have our x.
4 take away 7. That's
4 take away 7. Well, you know what? I'll put a little number line down here so we could use the number line. Now, we want to start at 4. And over here we have 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 would be right here. Okay? But we want to take 7 away. If you subtract from 4, you're going this way, okay? To your left. So we're going to subtract 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We went through the 0 all the way down to the negatives. So, what's our number now? Well, here's 0. We went 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, negative 1, negative 2, negative 3. So our answer is negative 3. Well, how can we have a negative answer? Well, we do. Okay? So that's kind of how you do it. Right there. Solving addition equations.
Excellent.
That's what we did in Math 6.
Excellent.
And we'll be reviewing that tomorrow. We're going to actually solve subtraction equations tomorrow. All right. So that was kind of a rough lesson there, but, you know, review what we did.
Excellent. What do we, Mom and Dads, another thing that we have going on this week in Mr. Esposito's class, we're going to be doing, today we did levers, tomorrow we're going to be doing pulleys, and then we're going to go on to do wheels and axles, and then we're going to have a study guide, and then we're going to have a test hopefully on this Friday, and then we're going to transition right into work, and we're going to do a little bit on electricity and magnetism, and then we're going to do a lot of review, a lot of review, just like Mr. Goff.
Yeah.
And this week, just to let you guys know, today we had Crazy Hair Day, tomorrow is Superhero or Celebrity Day. Celebrity Day. Wednesday?
Flip-flop Day.
Flip-flop Day.
Yep. Thursday, what, do you guys know what Thursday is? Can you remember? Thursday.
Oh, yeah, Twins Day. They're going to dress like their friend, or their friend can dress like them.
That's right. And then Friday...
Nerd Day. That's usually the big day. Everybody dresses up like
me.
Like nerds. Okay. Anything else we have to say?
Well, yes. I wanted to say a little bit more about math. Now, in Math 6, we were doing addition equations. We're going to be doing subtraction equations. We're going to be multiplication equations. And we're going to be finishing up that. And then we have our test. So we're going to probably start our test on Friday. Okay? Could be Thursday, but we're going to be doing a review. And that's probably going to happen Thursday. And then Friday, start the test. Finish it up next week, Monday. 7th grade, I didn't even talk about 7th grade today, but we did volume of prisms today. Okay, yeah. Length times width times height. There you go. And then if it's that's length times width times height if you have a rectangular prism. A triangular prism, when you have a triangle base, the base is half the base times the height of that triangle, then times the length. Okay, but we talked about that in class. We're going to review it again, of course. Tomorrow we're going to be furthering our knowledge of that, and then having a test in Math 7 as well. Now, the next couple of weeks after the tests, last tests of the year, we're going to be reviewing for pass. Reviewing for pass. Mr. Esposito, Mr. Goff, we'll be doing the same thing. Review, and really hammering home when we're done. That's right. A lot of review, because a lot of time has gone by since the beginning of the year to now. We've had to refresh. That's right. A little refresher, right? A little refresher. That's right. Okay, is that it? That's it. All right, Mr. Esposito, 6th grade science, Route Chandler Middle School, and Mr. Goff, 6th grade math, Route Chandler Middle School. 2 thumbs up, moms and dads.